right? Sweet cereals. What's the problem? Now, I go shopping most days, and I look at what's being sold, and I see some cereals such as Frosties or Cocoa Pops or what's not, and I think to myself, should we be selling such cereals to children? Now, I'm not sure whether it's my adult brain clicking into gear or whatever, but this is something I believe that I should talk about. Now, of course, there are like plenty of cereals to choose from, and for kids, they'll prefer to go with a cereal such as Cocoa Pops rather than a cereal such as, I don't know, cornflakes, because it tastes nice, which is all well and good for kids. But what's the message that's being sent to kids when they're like sweet cereals with all these additives out in the cereals? Like, I, I believe better must be done to ensure children are eating healthily. Like, and but again, this is just my parenting brain clicking into gear. Like, I turn 30 next year. Wow. But anyway, yeah. So, are cereals, sweet cereals, do more harm than good? Like, I've also seen other cereals out there, such as Kit Kat and Oreos, doing their own cereals. Now, those two are giants in the world of chocolate and biscuits. So, those those two products also doing cereal. Now, for me, that's not a good idea, and it sends a bad message. Like, what, like, why are they doing cereals? Like, for me, there must be healthier alternatives out there, which they are. But I'd like to see better being done. Now, quite a while ago, like I think it was still in the 2010s, the late 2010s, Kellogg's discontinued their Ricicles brand owing to the sugar content in it. Now, kids eating sugar first thing in the morning, that that's just terrible. Like, sure, surely a better option would be, I don't know, cornflakes, or they could have porridge in the morning, which they could have with fruit. Now, I look back to when I was a kid. I used to have like lots of sugar in the mornings. Well, when I say I used to have lots of sugar, not I used to like just dump sugar on my cereal or porridge or whatever. But of course, it was regulated thanks to my parents for regulating that. So I think I turned out okay because I didn't eat too much sugar. But uh, I looked to what's out there in the supermarket, and I think to myself like it's not good for children to eat sweet cereals in the morning. And but why are they attracted to the likes of Frosties or Cocoa Pops or whatnot? And that's because of their mascots. Like, if you see for Cocoa Pops, it's, you know what, I've forgotten the Cocoa Pops mascot's name. Is it Coco or something like that? But if you look at Frosties, it's Tony the Tiger. And cereal mascots is something that Nestle got rid of back in the mid to late 2010s, or was it early 2020s? I don't know, I can't remember. So as to deter children from from picking out those types of cereals, and I think that was a good idea, because if you look at the likes of Golden Nuggets and, is it Cookie Crunch or something like that, you'll realize that there are no mascots on there, no characters on there. So 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 as to deter like pasta power, if you like, and I believe that's something Kellogg's should follow suit of, because if if you're to advertise to children, they should advertise healthy options rather than unhealthy options. Right, but that doesn't mean that I'd like to see the likes of kids' favorites, such as Cocoa Pops, Frosties. Oh, for kids, I don't think they'd like to see those types of cereals be done away with entirely, but rather reduce the sugar content in them. And one way Kellogg's has done that is by removing certain cereals from their multi-pack brand. Like if you see like the Kellogg's multi-packs, you'll only see Cocoa Pops, Rice Krispies, and cornflakes, and they and those are types of cereals that don't have added sugars to them. But what are your thoughts on this? Like, what can the cereal industry do to improve that their their health of kids, or is that the right question to ask? But what another thing is, what can the cereal industry do? Like, because as I mentioned earlier, with Nestle removing their mascots, should Kellogg's do the same? One more thing, like how can kids, or I don't like calling them kids, but how can children have a healthier variety of breakfast? Because what you wouldn't want to see is children like eating sweet cereals such as Cocoa Pops or Curiously Cinnamon in the morning, because that gives them a really fast sugar rush, which does more harm than good. But that's just something I was thinking of. So I'll pass the question over to you now. How can the health of children be improved, and what can be done to ensure children are eating healthily at breakfast time? I'd like to know your thoughts.